Welcome to God and Autobiography, the podcast. I'm Scott Langdon, and in this week's episode, Jerry shares his experience with prayer and how it has shaped his life. Has there ever been a time when you just felt deeply disconnected from God, or just disconnected in general? For many, prayer can seem like nothing more than a one-way conversation that can leave us even more frustrated and alone than when we were when we started. But Jerry's experience with prayer is what brought him into alignment with God in a way he had never been before. In this episode, Jerry explains the importance of God-centered prayer and offers us very succinctly and thoughtfully a template we might use to practice this path of becoming in tune with God. If you'd like to ask a question or share your story of God, please email us at questions@godanautobiography.com. Here now is Jerry with his thoughts on God-centered prayer. I hope you enjoy the episode.
Hi, I'm Jerry Martin. My own experience with prayer has been an adventure. That story is told in God and Autobiography. It taught me the importance of God-centered prayer. I learned that the first key is to ask for the right thing. Our first urge is to pray for what we want. You want God to help you with debt or with illness or with a rocky relationship. Those are okay prayers. We should always let God know how it is with us. But they're me-centered, not God-centered. The foundation of all prayer, even when you're asking for help, is God-centered. It begins with the simplest words of all. Thy will be done. Not what I want, but what God wants. The basic attitude is yielding, surrender, letting go of ego, moving beyond self-centeredness, setting aside, if only for a moment, your own wishes and desires. Quiet yourself. Forget your personal goals and needs, worries and fears, and let God into your heart. Follow these 4 steps. First, say to yourself, thy will be done. Say it with sincerity, thy will be done. Then expand the thought. Lord, I am setting aside things I want to make room for what you want of me. Then put your feeling, your heart into it. I surrender, Lord. I am in your hands. And then come back to the core prayer. May thy will for my life be done. This is what I call an orienting prayer. It points you in the right direction. It opens your heart to what God wants for your life. It is essential to living in harmony with God. Or as God put it to me as I was praying, to living our lives as a duet with God. Let's say this 4 steps together. Remember that this is prayer, not just recital. Lord, thy will be done. Second, I'm setting aside things I want to make room for what you want of me. Third, I surrender. Lord, I am in your hands. Fourth, may thy will for my life be done. I invite you to say it on your own as a prayer directly to God. If this speaks to you, please subscribe and like, and share it with your friends. It might be just what they need to hear today.
Thank you for listening to God and Autobiography, the podcast.